Hello, everybody. Your day's about to improve. You're watching Laketoria Nights, a show where we talk about movies, TV shows, video games, and everything in between. I'm Kevin, joined by Andy and CJ, and today we're going to be talking about the Soulja Boy console, I guess. I'm at a loss for words. I'm not going to lie. Guys, say hello.
Did you use that entry last time?
He did.
Yeah, I'm sticking with that. I like that entry.
And my day did not improve. I want a refund.
What? You didn't pay for anything, so I guess you don't get a refund then, do you? Anyway.
I want a refund too.
Today we're going to be talking about, I guess, the Soulja Boy console, and, I guess when CJ first came to me with this and saying that this is what we should talk about, I was completely lost. I just said yes. I was like, alright, yeah, we'll talk about this. I don't know what you're talking about.
More baffled by its existence than
Until
anything
I did
else.
Research, and I'm like, what the hell is this? This guy is literally ripping off people that don't know anything about video games. That's about it. Anyone who would buy this does not know anything about gaming, and they just think they're getting...
That or they're just going like, oh, I'm a huge fan of Soulja Boy, I gotta support him any way I can.
I didn't know he still had huge fans.
Well, apparently...
I mean, someone's buying it.
Well, I feel like because he has a website where he just sells all his stuff, and I feel like a large amount of that stuff that he's selling is from China, and I feel like they're just going up to him saying, hey, put your name on this product and give us up to sell stuff from.
We need a spokesperson.
That's exactly what it is. And so when I went through the reviews of, I guess, the first console that he sold, which was kind of almost like an emulator for the NES, Super NES, just normal emulator stuff that you get when you buy an emulator, and he's charging double the price. And I'm like, anyone actually buying this? And I'm just baffled about how he's still in business at all. I think there was one YouTuber that was saying, how is he not being sued? That was the better question.
Well, I have good news for you, Kevin.
What's that?
Mere hours before recording this,
Okay.
Nintendo decided to go after Soulja Boy over the new handheld console, which was called the Retro Soulja Boy Mini. It's a dead up a Game Boy, like just straight up Game Boy Color. It's a little bit smaller than a normal one, and it uses an SD card to run all the ROMs and stuff like that, I guess. Apparently, Nintendo is reaching out about it, and the result could end up with him doing jail time if everything proceeds the way it's supposed to.
Wait, I did read, I think I read something about that, about Nintendo reaching out to them or something, but he just ignored it, though. He was just like, alright, whatever.
Guess what, Kevin? This is in direct violation of the Trademark Counterfeiting Act, which, if everything goes through, the first offense is imprisonment for up to 10 years.
That would suck.
20 years for repeat offenders, which is literally his entire catalog of gaming products.
Wouldn't it suck being Soulja Boy going to jail? Like, what are you in for? Knockoff Game Boys. And the worst part about his system is that it looks like a knockoff Xbox One S.
Well, are you talking about the new one that's releasing for $400?
Yeah.
I don't know why he thinks he can compete with.
If you have $400, just go get a real system.
That's Soulja Box 1, man.
No, wait. So I was looking at the list of games that they've had, and it feels like they're all like last generation games that are going to be on this $400 system.
Well, yeah, it's not like he's gonna make any games. He's too busy stealing them.
Like, I feel like for anyone who wants a console like this, because like I get there's a market for like having emulators and things like that, and with the recent, we won't get too much into PlayStation Classic right now, I can see the way to capitalize on this market. But if you really want something of value, just get a Raspberry Pi. Like, there's nothing wrong with having emulators. I'm cool with it. But for Soulja Boy to really like take advantage of the gaming community, or not in the gaming community, but the people who want to get into the gaming community but just don't know any better, to take advantage of them with something like this, it's just like, you can get a Raspberry Pi for like $50. You can get a good one for $50. You can get an average one for about $20. So like, you're paying like an eighth or a fourth of the price. that Soulja Boy's going to try and sell you.
Here's the thing. Most ROMs are free because people know better. They know that if they sell a trademarked game, they're going to go to jail.
Exactly.
If you do it yourself, you can make these products for very low effort for like $20, and this dude has the gall to sell them for $100 a pop, and it's not even his shit.
Yeah, and that's the worst part. All this stuff that he's doing, even from the casing that he's putting it in, aren't even original, because you can get the same one that he's selling for like $400, Kev. You could buy it somewhere online, the same exact one with the same exact look, for about $75 to $80.
Yeah, these aren't exclusive gaming products. They're just, someone came to him and was like, you want to put your name on a product.
Listen, Kevin, imagine going to Walmart, okay, and buying a bunch of white tees, and then putting the letter K on it, and then selling them for like $80 more than what you paid for it.
K by my name's on them?
K
That's
by
right.
Haynes.
Pretty much.
You've
That's
got
all
your
he's doing.
own- You've got your own brand of white cotton t-shirts.
You know what, listeners out there? I have an Xbox One S, but I'm gonna call it the Laketoria 1. And I'm gonna sell it to you for $1,000.
Oh god.
Yeah, this is awful. This is an awful, awful thing. And you know what? Even though I know he probably won't go to jail, I really hope he does.
Yeah, same. 'Cause it's just exploitative and predatory in all the wrong ways. Not that there's a good way to do it.
I guess something we can jump into is my only question in this whole thing is, how long do you think he's going to get away with this? Although you just told me 3 hours ago Nintendo was like, hey, knock it off.
Apparently
just-
not
like,
very
they
long.
gave
My
him,
question
like,
is,
distinct
why hasn't Sony or Xbox jumped on this? Because when I was looking at those controllers, I'm like, you just basically made a PlayStation controller with Xbox buttons, and I'm like, well, I guess you could be a third party.
You want to know why that PlayStation doesn't want to jump on it? Because this system might be perceived better than the PlayStation Classic, and it already has a better controller than the PlayStation Classic.
Technically a better game lineup.
That too. And all the games on the PlayStation Classic you can probably find on this system.
Yeah, I think the reason the major companies weren't touching it is because, honestly, they're probably just like, nope, that's too much effort. There's no way I'm sticking my nose into this. But nobody takes Big N's money, okay?
Well, Nintendo doesn't play around. Nintendo does not play around.
But if you want to play games like Pokemon 2000, which I didn't know existed until we did research for this video, where you're pretty much a Charmander and a side scroller, then go get this system, because that game's on there.
It's just Saturday Night Slammers with Pokemon.
This can be a lot. And you know what this reminds me of? I went on a website that will remain nameless, and I bought a Nintendo Classic. And they marked it as Nintendo Classic. It came in the box of Nintendo Classic. And I thought it was a good deal because I was paying half the price of me getting an actual Nintendo Classic. But I was getting 600 games, and I was so excited. And then I turned it on.
Does Nintendo have 600 games?
You know what, Kev? I should have known, because the NES American version did not have 600 games. When I got into this, there were like these rare versions of Mario that I never heard of. I didn't know there was a Super Mario Bros. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and guess what? They all pretty much played the same as Super Mario 1. Just with
Super Mario Party
just with a different color palette.
from Mother Russia.
They had Paperboy in the game. I was real happy, and it was like the original Paperboy.
Guys, can I pitch a game to Soulja Boy where it's just him as a sprite in the Paperboy game?
That would take work. And wait. First, that would take work to put him in the game. Second, you said that Paperboy was on the thing 8 times?
Yes, Paperboy was on the lineup 8 times.
Well,
8
how does that
up-
help you? You can't. It's not a different game. It's the exact same
It's
game.
the exact
8 times.
same game 8 times.
Little did you know, you bought the Nintendo Classic.
Someone just made an emulator, put it in a Nintendo chassis, and sold it to me for $30-some. And I was happy.
I mean, I was gonna say that probably still wasn't a bad
But
purchase.
here's the worst part about it though. It had all the Mario games that you didn't know about that just played like Super Mario 1, but they didn't have like Super Mario Brothers 3. They didn't have like any of the Mario shoot. They didn't even have crappy Super Mario Brothers 2.
How are you gonna put Super Mario Brothers 16, a game that does not exist?
They had Donkey Kong versus Mario. They had all these weird games, and some of them were just in straight Japanese.
Well, it sounds like you got a whole bunch of Game Boy Advance games, or Game Boy SP games, I should say.
All I know is I was sold on getting a Nintendo Classic, and I got a Nintendo never released. These are the games that you didn't get. Like, and after I don't want to say I felt cheated, because I definitely only paid like $36 for it, but imagine if someone charged me $200 for that bullshit. You know how fucking mad I'd be?
But it's official Soulja Boy merch.
Yeah, I don't think you can return that, though. I feel that it's impossible to return.
It'd be me versus Soulja Boy on site. Like, I'm coming to your next show, or I'm storming the stage.
You sold me this crap! Pretty funny, though, if, like, he had to, like, be escorted away from his own concert because he was hit by, like, 13 dozen Soulja Boy minis.
If he ever had a concert, I could totally see people coming up with their own stuff and just throwing it up on stage.
Maybe I could be a knockoff rapper instead of being Soulja Boy. Be like Military Man.
Wait, when's the last time Soulja Boy was up doing anything? What's the last thing he's done?
I know he does a lot of mixtapes.
I think the last thing he was doing was being sued by Nintendo.
I will say this to Soulja Boy's credit. He revolutionized the way music is used through streaming services and social media. Because nobody was doing music on YouTube or Facebook or having their music go instantly from them to the public and not going through like third-party distributors or anything before he did it.
It sort of made SoundCloud what it was.
I'll give him credit for that, but this is just crossing the line of...
Well, this is just straight up theft.
That's what's going on.
This is just straight up theft.
He has Soulja Boy hubris right now. And it's not okay. When he did it with music, that's fine, that's your lane, but don't cross into gaming with this BS.
It's just not a thing. It's never gonna be a thing.
Alright. I'm ending this here. Are there any final words on this console, or final feelings about this console of anything before we end the episode off here?
Anyone that buys this console deserves whatever happens.
Holy crap!
So I guess by extension, don't buy this console or any of his consoles.
I feel like we should say, do your research and just do comparisons. Don't just buy it because its name's on there.
I think the important thing is to not advocate IP theft. I mean, that's what this is in its purest form. Is just, hey, we're gonna take your childhood memories and package them up in something that costs 4 times as much as it would anywhere else.
If you sit there and you spend $400 on this console, I want you to sit there and think to yourself and say, you know what? For $200 less, I could have got an Xbox One. I could have got a PlayStation 4. For $100 less, I could have got a Nintendo Switch. But instead, I bought the most expensive system on the market, which is a knockoff piece of shit from Soulja Boy. That's the world you live in. The most expensive console on the market is a knockoff product, and you bought it. You deserve what you get.
Okay, we're ending it here. I want to thank all of you for staying this long and listening to us.
But it comes with 600 games.
Please like and subscribe. If you want to share, that's cool too. This is Andy, CJ, and Kevin signing off. Play all the movies. Damn it! Play all the games and watch all the movies. Yes, we're done. Damn it!
Play all the movies and watch all the games.
Play all the games on that Soulja Boy console.